Hello and welcome back to Mima's Crafts and Chaos. So, I want to make this elk mold. And I want him to be kind of authentic. Of course, when you're using this kind of stuff, he's not going to look perfect, but I want him to be somewhat authentic. So, I looked up some pictures of some elk just because I don't know that much about them. But anyway, so I know that their legs and like the bottom of their belly here and their head is usually darker than their body. And then most of the pictures that I've seen, their antlers are usually darker through here, and then the tips are more lighter. Now these are actual knives made with um, elk antler. So you can kind of see that it does kind of depends on probably the elk. Like this one looks more kind of brownish and kind of dirtyish. And this one looks more ivory than that. And this one has a cast of kind of a terracotta looking color or brownish, whatever. But we have a family friend who makes these knives. And, he did something to make it look like that. I don't know. But anyway, so those are actual elk antler right there. So I decided that I wanted to kind of try to make it as, as close to look like them as possible. I don't know if I'm putting these back in the right sheaves. I'll have to figure that out later. Anyway, I have actually sold those knives for him in the past. So anybody's interested in a knife too, I can hook you up with a knife. They're all handmade and very nice. Anyway, so that's what I want to do. I want to make it somewhat as close to the way the elk looks as possible. So what I want to do is I've picked some colors here. This is the Rolio brand, and this one's called Mudpie Brown. And I think I want to do that on his head and his legs and just this little part of his belly. And then on his antlers, I'm going to try and do more of, I mixed up some colors here to kind of I didn't want it to be stark white. If you look at this one right here, I kind of wanted to go with that one. I mixed up a color that's pretty similar to that. I just used some white and mother of pearl. Oh, I almost spilled that all. And then some of my brown and a teeny tiny bit of yellow. So that's the one I'm going to use for the tips of his antlers. Which, good thing that was right in the tip of the antler. And then his body, I want to be a lighter color. So I kind of mixed up a couple of different colors here. This is a terracotta color with a tiny bit of white in it, and just to lighten it up a little bit. And then this one I lightened up even more. It's the mud pie and then some white. So we'll see what we can get to work here. And then I also have the copper color. This is the terracotta caramel. And then this is just called snowflake. And then I have from the Let's Resin, I have their maple, because I kind of like the color that the maple is. It really brings in a little bit of kind of a reddy color. And looking at the pictures of the elk, some of them do kind of have a red cast to them. So that's my plan today, is we're going to do this elk. I'm going to start dusting him, and I'll probably put you on a fast forward to get through to get through the dusting, because, you know, dusting sometimes takes a while. But I think I'm going to do the darker color first, just because I want to make sure that the darker color is in where I want it. And then if I have to wipe some of it out, I can. No big deal. So we're going to start with the with this mud pie brown in there. And do his, I couldn't really tell, but I'm going to do the hooves probably a little bit lighter of a brown, maybe, just so that they show up a little better. All right, so we got him all dusted, and I did use the mud pie around his body, terracotta in his body. I did do a little bit of white towards his rear end here. I used the maple for his hooves, and I don't know, in the fast forward, you may have noticed that I ended up wiping the horns back out, because I think when I put the white in the tips, I got way too much white down in here, and they just weren't dark enough. And I wanted the horns to be a little darker. So what I did was I went in with the terracotta and then the mud pie and tried to kind of tried to blend them all together. So I'm going to go get some resin mixed up. I did measure it. Supposedly it takes around 4 ounces. I am going to mix up about 4.5 ounces, just to make sure that I have enough to top him off with. So, and I'm probably going to mix it either with a brown or a black to pour it. So, I will, don't think it, well, I guess I can come back I'll put you on pause for now, and I'll come back to pouring, and then we'll wait for the demold. So I'll be right back. Okay, got my resin all mixed up, and I decided to go with, I have, oh, what is it called? Let me look. Okay, so it's beige by Eye Candy. I decided to go with that because I remembered that when you have a white color and you use black, it turns it silver. And I absolutely do not want silver on my elk. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this. I'll probably only be able to pour it part way on camera, and then I'll finish it off camera because I got to move it over onto my more level surface, which is my heat table. And I know I'm going to have to support these feet, because when I was filling it, when I was just testing to see how much it would hold, these feet kind of went down like that. So I'm going to support those with some popsicle sticks to make sure that they don't do that. And I am going to use my heat gun, even though I ran it through the bubble chamber. I did it for 7 minutes, and then I let the air off really slow, really, really slow. So here we go. All right, so that's as full as I dare fill it for now, because I'm going to move it over onto my heat table, and I'm not going to turn my heat table on just yet. I'm going to let it, if there is any bubbles under there, I want them to surface first. So I will be back when this is fully cured. We'll unmold it. We'll probably have to do a little bit like fill in his eye and stuff like that with some black and that, and see how he turned out. So I will see you when this is finished curing. Okay, this is all cured up. We do have a little run over on some spots, but we can take care of that. Let's get this unmolded. Hopefully it turned out good. We have a lot of cleanup on these antlers here. Okay. See how we got. Oh, that's actually kind of pretty. I think it actually turned out kind of cool. So now we just got to get this cleaned up, and then we'll give him an eye and that kind of stuff, and he will be done. All right. So let me get him cleaned up because it's going to take me a while to go around these horns and stuff, and then I'll be right back with you. All right. I got him all cleaned up. Took me a while. Around them antlers was pretty tough. So really the only thing I need to do to him now is I just want to color in his eye with black, just so it shows up a little more. I mean, their eyes are pretty dark anyway. And that was way too much. Never fails. This is one reason why I hate markers. One down on the edge, and then it looks stupid. Hey, I think that's really all we need to do to him. He just, I want him to look as lifelike as possible. So, and then I got to figure out wear, but I want to put something on the back of him so he can be hung. But other than that, he's done. So that's the end of this video. So please like and subscribe and share my videos. Get me out there. I need to build my channel, so it doesn't cost you anything to like or subscribe or comment. You leave me a comment, and anyway, I guess the only thing else I have to say is don't forget to embrace your chaos. Love you guys. Bye.